Hi, today we speak about a watch that, like as you can see, is from a very well-known brand, Omega, but it's kind of the watch that you know less of the brand. We're going to speak of the Omega Railmaster or Seamaster Railmaster, that's the full name, which is one of the quirkiest watch of the Omega brand. To go a little about the history of the Railmaster, we have to say that it was first produced by Omega back in 1957, coming out at the same time as the Rolex Milgauss and the IWC Engineer. All of them were sort of similar concept of watches. The idea behind is to produce a watch that can resist magnetic fields. They evolved, and at the moment, like today, these Omega Railmaster can withstand 15,000 Gauss. As in the past, the reason behind this resistance was a very thick stainless steel case, especially in the back, that would create sort of a Faraday cage that would protect the watch, the inside of the watch, from magnetic field. Nowadays, it's completely different is what inside the movement, because the movements are done pretty much entirely of paramagnetic material, so they can withstand very well magnetic fields. And if you know Omega, you know that the most recent one do have the same characteristic of withstand very well magnetic field. But let's go back to the history of this watch. This watch didn't have like the smoothest history in Omega. It was cancelled very early on in their history and then came back. And recently, I would say in the last 7 years, the watch has come back, and there has even been done a special edition for the 60 years of this model, of this series. And now Omega is offering 3 different colors, a black one, a sort of grey one, and a blue one. That's the one I have. For Omega, we definitely have to take a look at the box, because if you're not familiar with Omega boxes, they are something peculiar. You see the size of it. I mean, my hands are pretty big, but this is a very big and heavy box. I would say 2 kilograms, so more than 4 pounds. It's a big box. Oh, by the way, watch of the day is Unimatic, Italian brand, Italian made. Maybe this will be a good watch for one of the next episodes. So let's open this white. We see this wooden box. So we have, but let's first see here a very big operating instruction manual. All the cards. This is the chronometer certification that I will speak a little about it later. This is for the warranty, the international warranty, and this is the pictogram that refers to this watch in particular. So let's open finally, and that's this. Here it is. Go through wooden box, as I said, Omega. You can see. Then you can open. There is here another small pouch. I think you can put one of the cards if you don't keep somewhere else. A little pouch for the watch. This is our pieces and stickers. And here we have the watch. I put it on a bracelet. I have also here. Oh, you could have seen behind. This is the other strap that they offer the watch with, and we will see them in detail later on. So let's take a first glance to the watch, and then we move to another setting to do the review. Hi, here we have the watch, which is a 40mm diameter. The Lug-to-Lug is 46. The Lug Width is 20 and the thickness is 12. You have obviously sapphire glass on top, which is very slightly domed. To the next step, let's take a look to the back of the watch. Beautiful engraved back. It is said we can't see what's under this, but will speak about it. So you can see that the proprietary lock of Omega anti-magnetic, 15,000 Gauss and 150 meters of water resistance. We spoke about the screw down crown. This is a screw down back, and inside this one there is the Omega caliber 8806, which is a coaxial caliber. I think that we will end up doing a video explaining maybe what is this, but you can find plenty of videos around. This one, as I said, has a coaxial caliber. Sadly there is no date complication, but actually I prefer like cleaner look dials. But thank you to mainly because of how the coaxial caliber is built, we have this 15,000 Gauss of resistance to magnetism. Let's take a deeper look at this beautiful engraved caseback. You can see the seahorse. There's a classic of the Seamaster. Then we have a screw down crown with the Omega symbol on it. And let's go to the dial. The dial you see has this blue, they call it Blue-jeans aspect. There is this brushing, like this vertical brushing, that gives a lot of light to the dial. It depends how the light hit the dial, and it will give back sparkles. Then you have the Arabic numerals, but it reminds a little a Rolex Explorer, but as you can imagine, it has its own taste, absolutely. Every 5 minutes you have these indices. They are full of superluminova BG9 that I will show you in a minute. But let's take a look at the case finishing. You see it's all brush finishing all over the watch. You can't see any polished surface on the watch at all. The lugs have this torsion that is a classic in many Omegas. It's I would say the trademark of Omega. And the brushing continuing the bracelet is also fully brushed, always vertical brushing. It has this 3 links aspect, a sort of oyster bracelet. And back to the clasp. Obviously we're speaking about a solid clasp with the Omega on it, and pretty good closing mechanism. It is a little hard sometimes to open. As you can see, you have to sort of really unlock it and push it to get it away, but I think that like in this way you're really sure it's not going to open by itself. As you can see, there are like small links and there are bigger links. You know, my wrist is pretty small. I give you a wrist shot. My wrist is less than 16 millimeter, and so you don't see many handlings on it. But as you see, it works perfectly on my wrist. The lugs a little curving down, and the look of the watch is almost perfect. Let's get a Lume shot, and then we see it on the other strap, on the Blue-jeans strap, and we can make some final remarks. As you can see, it's all BG9 Lume, so it is blue, and it will have a good duration and a good strength. It's not a diver, but it's very legible in the night, and this Lume will continue for a longer time. Blue-jeans strap. The strap quality is great. You see there is inside this leather in layer, but then the top of the strap is this textile which looks like jeans, and possibly actually these jeans with his brown leather insert, even here, with a clasp with the Omega symbol on it. The brown of the leather insert, it's very similar to the brown you can see on the second hand, that sort of orange brown you can see on the second hand. And let's see how it looks on my wrist with the NATO jeans strap. The watch is definitely a lot more casual with this look, and I think that now we can move to the final remaster. Omega Seamaster Railmaster Blue-jeans, let's call it like this. So I love the watch. It was one of my grail, and I was very happy to buy it in one important occasion for me. And I think the watch has a beautiful look that is very uncommon, in fact. And if you like Omega and you don't want to go for the main stars, let's say, this can be a very good choice. It's also less looked for, and so I think you can get a good deal. Speaking about price, this one is about 5,000 euro on the website. As I said, I think you can get some discount from a retailer. I got this one used, and I got a pretty good deal, but I would say that, like as usual, Omega keeps price pretty well. What are my issues? So first of all, there is no applied indices. For some people these are important things. In this case, maybe to stay like to respect the sort of vintage look of the watch, they decided not to use any applied indices. The dial would be very flat if it was not for the constantly changing light. You can see that the light pattern keep changing, especially if you are in the sunlight and not in this studio light. Then I think it's not like I don't like, but I think you should be aware when you think about buying this watch, definitely with this strap, but also with the bracelet, it's not a dress watch. It's not thick, so it will definitely be suitable to wear under a jacket, but it will never look as a dress watch. And compared to other Omega, so I mean, we have seen the Seamaster used by James Bond with a suit. We have seen the Speedmaster used by many celebrities, like at galas, without going to Rolex, because the Submariner, we know, is a sport watch, but has been used as a dress watch. So in this case, given the fact that the watch is not that famous as other pieces, you will never be really able to pass it as a dress watch. And it will never be a sport watch, it will never be a diver. There is no bezel, and the look itself is quite small for being a proper diver sport watch. It can be a casual wear, like an everyday watch. I use it as everyday in the office. Definitely with this blue jean strap can be more summery and more casual every day. And then I think that like these can look good, and I have other NATO straps like in gray, or like with some blue that can be like a reminder for the blue of the dial, or some like orange accent or brown accent, like some leather, brown leather, that go well with jeans, with blue jeans, and so will definitely go well with this watch. I think that among the other color variants, grayish can be a little more dressy. The black one I really didn't like, it looked too plain to me. I'm very happy to own a watch that like is not obvious, and that a lot of people will I mean, if they are not into watches, they will take them a while to understand it's an Omega maybe, and it's an expensive watch and a nice watch. So I think this is all for today. I'm open for your comments and your question down below, and please subscribe and put a like if you like the videos. Bye!